It's January 10th, 2023, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and it is our sesquicentennial episode. That means it's our 150th episode extravaganza. How'd y'all like that special 150th episode retrospective intro, huh? What? There was a special intro, right? I mean, we paid for it. We've had a special intro every other time we've done something big like this. I'm getting word that we did not have a special intro and that everyone on this show is getting burned out. Hey, speaking of burnout, it took 15 rounds of voting, but Republicans finally picked Kevin McCarthy to be the new Speaker of the House. A group of far-right Republicans held out until the last ballot, including Matt Gaetz of Florida. He says he folded because he likes things that are under 18. Tensions ran high during last week's House Speaker vote. At one point, Colorado Republican Lauren Boebert told Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene to get the F out of her face. But who amongst us hasn't wanted to tell Greene to get the F out of our face? The family of a Capitol police officer who was killed during the January 6th riots plans to sue Donald Trump and two rioters for a total of $10 million. And based on Trump's tax returns, hopefully the two rioters have $10 million. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton stated that due to Donald Trump's decline in popularity, he is considering a run for president. Unfortunately, nobody wants to vote for him, although his mustache is polling at 3%. Sunday afternoon, President Biden visited the U.S.-Mexico border in El Paso, Texas. El Presidente was criticized for only spending 3 hours at the border. But to be fair, it was lunchtime, and the president was itching to get to an El Paso Chuy's for a big-as-yo-face burrito. Hey, see y'all at Chuy's. Well, actually, I won't, since I've never been to a Chuy's, and I don't plan to start now. And get your tickets for the new live sketch comedy show, Celebrities Gone Wrong, directed by Kirsten Crable, at the Village Theater, January 13th, 14th, 20th, and 21st. Tickets are available at the box office and at sketchworkscomedy.com, as you literally just saw right before I just told you. Columbia University announced that Hillary Clinton was hired to be their new Professor of International Affairs. They also announced that Bill Clinton will be the Professor of Regular Affairs. Bosnian Serb separatist leader Milorad Dodik, seen here dressed as a Bond villain, has awarded the Bosnian Serb Separatist Medal of Honor for patriotic concerns and love to Vladimir Putin. The Russian president beat out Iran and the Uvalde Police Department. A dead, endangered whale washed up on the coast of a Mississippi town. Well, at least it's not in danger anymore. Our 150th episode of Sketchworks NewsBrake is also a momentous occasion for our longtime correspondent, Tim Millard, because he's finally returned after a holiday bout with COVID-19. Thank you, Tim. I couldn't actually hear what you were saying over all of that rock music in your piece, but if I understand your report, it's nice to see you're not pregnant. News reports state that the jail holding University of Idaho killer Brian Kohberger will try to accommodate his vegan diet. The killer says that it's important to be a vegan because it's wrong to shed innocent blood. U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commissioner Richard Trumka Jr. told Bloomberg the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is considering a ban on all gas stoves, then gas-fueled home furnaces, followed by propane barbecue grills, the big green egg, campfires, then candles, and eventually Burning Man. A British company has developed the first tractor to be powered completely on cow dung. Now, this sounds ideal, but it is so difficult to get cows to poop in the fuel tank. A convenience store in the city of Luck, Wisconsin, sold a lottery ticket worth $15 million. Another convenience store in the nearby city of Kerst, Wisconsin, sold a lottery ticket that condemns the winner to a lifetime of agony. And that segues nicely into this. The Mega Millions lottery jackpot has surpassed $1 billion. Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent and future data scientist Allie O'Neill tells us why she's playing today, despite gambling being generally considered to be a terrible, terrible idea.
Gambling is generally considered to be a terrible, terrible idea. According to the Mega Millions officials and probably some math that I'm not going to bother to do, the odds of winning are 1 in 302,575,350. At $2 a play, one could presumably purchase every possible number combination for $605,150,700. And you would still come out on top as the winner, thus making it statistically worth it to play, as long as you don't take the lump sum payout, which would be significantly less than that. And also the government would definitely tax you on it, so maybe you really only end up with like $250 million instead of a full billion, so maybe it's not actually worth it. I'm gonna go buy a ticket anyway though, so we'll see what happens. For Sketchworks NewsBrake, I'm Allie O'Neill.
Thank you, Allie, and good luck. Hopefully gambling won't give you COVID like what happened to Tim Millard. Also, if you happen to win, I have an opportunity for you to become a producer for a local independent comedy troupe right here in Atlanta. And everyone has an opportunity to help us produce by becoming a patron on our Patreon. Segway! Boom! Researchers at Tsinghua University in Beijing, which is in China, have found that men who drink 1 soda a day are 57% more likely to lose their hair. As a result, Tim Millard is suing Faygo. A woman in Wisconsin is behind bars after attempting to murder her husband with animal euthanasia drugs, which sounds crazy until you learn she's married to a horse. That's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. They said we couldn't do it. And we didn't. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me. Say hi to her with this hand, too.
I've traveled over 140 countries around the world. And so I'll paraphrase the phrase in my own neighborhood. The rest of the countries, the world's not a patch on our genes. If we do what we want to do, we need to do.